It's the 20th of November, and this is the basement after it's been waterproofed, and the cement has all dried. This is the stairway, which the rug on the stairway had been removed because it probably was mildewy and moldy after so many years. However, it appears that the stairs are, I don't know, perhaps not in very good condition, especially the support for the stairs at the bottom where the water had reached the wood. And therefore, when we go to the very bottom near the floor, we see that this probably has to be replaced at some point in time, these supports, as there's some water damage, perhaps not too bad. But now, let's see, let's look at this first area here. And here is the floor along the wall where they put the trench in 2 feet out from the wall and 18 inches down into the ground, covered with gravel, then the new drain tile coil, gravel on top, and then the cement on top of that. And the fireplace that they had to remove the hearth and the cinder blocks under the hearth because there was some water seepage there also. So the new drain tile, snakes around a little bit, the hearth to the other side. And this is the window well right below the front window, which had been blocked in, who knows, years and years ago, but there was leakage coming through. There was water coming through, as you can see the remnants on the wall of the dirt and the water that was coming through that blocked-in window well. So they put a membrane on I think they did some tuck pointing first, and then put a membrane on the outside of that wall, after digging down to expose it. So that should not be leaking anymore. Here's the long view of where the furnace is and the water heater, and they put the trench with the new drain tiles. They dug it right underneath the water heater. Of course, I had them, Platinum Restoration, also remove the ceiling tiles, which had been warped by the years of dampness down in the basement. So walking over, we'll see that it's a nice smooth cement, and the people at U.S. Waterproofing, Israel, who was the foreman, he also very nicely, kindly, took my humidifier output from the Aprilaire humidifier, which is on the furnace, and he took the excess water that needs to be placed into a drain somehow, used to be pumped with this pump over and across the ceiling and into the laundry tubs on the other side of the basement. So he eliminated that input into that pump, and he built this with his own PVC pipes. He built a drain, extension that leads over and into the drain tiles right through the cement floor. So the pump does not need to be there anymore, actually. And there is where the excess water from the humidifier comes down and leads right into the drain tiles. You'll see this, it's called a cove, this dark brown piece of like rubber or plastic that's up against the wall and then buried into the cement. And the purpose of that, which I think was invented by U.S. Waterproofing, is in case any water does end up coming down the wall or sweat, whatever it is, condensation, I guess I should say, it will go in, it won't go onto the floor, it'll fall into this, probably ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch divide between the wall and the cove joint, and then it flows right into the drain tiles. Again, no water in the basement. Now looking up and over, this is where the bar used to be in this area, and that wall is completely taken down. So we're looking through that into the laundry room. Here's another example of a support and the bottom of it and the water damage, which is going to have to be fixed at some point in time. And again, over to this side, looks like I can turn on a switch here. No lights. Turn that off. Okay, down into the bottom again. See, the very bottom of this support is actually off the ground because the water damage, just rotted the wood. I don't know how important it is, that one too, it's off the ground, how important it would be, how long can it go with that? Probably for a long time. Okay. Here's the washer and the dryer that U.S. Waterproofing moved outside 5 foot away from the wall in order so that they could continue their trench. So they moved this for me, which was nice because I was supposed to move it for them before they arrived. This is the exhaust from the dryer that right now and has forever gone into the window well. And the fellow Stephen from U.S. Waterproofing said this might not be the right way to handle it, it's probably not the right way to handle it, especially now since I have new window well liners and a window well cover covering the window well. And so the exhaust is going into a covered window well and possibly backing back up, carbon dioxide getting back into the basement. I don't know for sure about that, but something I need to check out. Israel from U.S. Waterproofing also advised me where to buy the new laundry tub. I bought a single one at Menards, and then he had an extra time waiting for the Wilmette to come to verify that the work was done according to specs and so forth. And so he put in the laundry tub for me. And again, he used these pipes I did not buy, this PVC piping. He used his own from his truck, and he installed all that for me. And he also put fasteners into the floor from his own, also to hold the legs into the floor, and sunk them into the cement in the back, and again fasteners. So that was really nice of him to do that. Now I'm going to have to get a longer hose to extend from the back of the washing machine into this laundry tub, since the laundry tub is shorter. So I'll need a new hose before I can move the washing machine back into place and the dryer back into place. And this little table here was built by the former owners of the home, I believe, because it's just a hodgepodge, put together thing. And I could put some of the tiles that I have from the bathroom wall. I could finish, tiling this because the tiles have fallen off. That goes back into the very corner, and you can keep your laundry detergent and everything on that table. Here's the old sump pump, which is for the laundry water. There's every single window well, it has, except the one that's blocked in, of course, has been given a new window wall liner and a cover and a drain, which it never had